All right, here's our 2023 Centurion Fi23 model refresh for this year. New body lines, new interior, looks really sharp. This one sits in fire red metal flake in onyx black. Got an interior setup going on with a couple tones of gray, so charcoal on stone. You can see a little bit there. We also have some new transom seating going on, which I'll show you the functionality of those when we hop inside. Up top on the tower, got Bombshell 1.0 board racks, pair of Rev 10s from Wet Sounds, and a factory bimini on that Roswell tower. Also did a 3-layer gator step through the interior, which we'll get a closer look at all that stuff here in just a moment. This has all the available ballast. It's been upgraded with the high output 6-liter with 450 horsepower. Did window tint on it. It's just a stealthy, sharp looking boat. So let's go ahead and jump inside, check out the rest of the interior and features on the all new 2023 Fi23. All right, on the interior of the Fi23, we have a charcoal seat base on our vinyl with a stone gray accent where you can see the lighter tones of gray. We have 2 red piping, and lastly, onyx black texture vinyl with a combo and secondary texture vinyl of red as well. We've also done a 3-layer gator step with shark fin over red over black, so you get that nice thick feel to the flooring in this Fi23. On the back, we have sun pad. We have a nice step up in the center, which leads us all the way through our center walkthrough and then down into the interior. That has been kind of pulled over from the RI series. So you have that nice entryway without walking on your vinyl. On the back, we now have a split opening to get into the trunk on the back of the Fi. As you can see right there, cup holders on both sides. There's also a really nice billet storage lid for our side compartments. This is on a friction hinge instead of a gas shock to keep it open. There we go. Whoops. Close that. There we go. And lastly, on the back is a pop-up lean back for the seat. So you can hang out on the back of the boat, have a good time. Pull forward, fold that flat, just like so. Go my neighbors there. Before we jump into the inside, there is also a pop-up ski pylon. And the tower has the 2-tone fire red metal flake over black frame on the Roswell tower, and then a pair of Bombshell 1.0 board racks, the clamping style board racks. Up top, our bimini has the surf pockets for a little extra board storage up there. And then our Champ audio package is gonna have the Rev 10s by Wet Sounds on the tower, just a pair of those. Those have those horns in the middle to help that sound carry back to your wakeboarders. And then the surrounding woofer to give you a little bit better tone. Leading into the rear storage compartments, we have the plug and play ballast system. So you can see the bags there. There's also the trunk bag, which we saw earlier, and then the ram fill underneath, which is ram fill is also option on this boat. This boat is also set up with the 6-liter high output, which is a 450 horsepower engine.
Oh, come on.
Nice and quiet. We have the pop-up seat on both sides of the boat, port and starboard. If we flip that open, it's going to just reveal our storage compartments on both sides. This has the charcoal mat underneath to keep gear from sliding and getting scratched. If you don't want these flipped up, you simply pinch together the pins. The seat drops flat like a normal arrangement. As part of the Champ audio package, we also have 8-inch tower speakers. There are 8 of those in the boat. along with a 12-inch subwoofer, which is kind of tucked back between this kick panel, and you can see there's vents there, so you can get that subwoofer sound coming through the rest of the boat. The back center seat, not only have they added the step down, you've got this really cool trim feature, which you see in the RI series as well, that kind of backlights comes on. There's limo lighting in here, and then beautiful lighting above your inlays, which are in metal flake, which get that flake shining really nicely. Let me actually turn that on real quick. Just hit the interior lighting. There we can see. You can see it kind of lights up the metal flake real nice. It's a little bright out here, but you can see the backlit logo on the seat. The back seat also slides and has the lean backs that clip into it. Dual battery setup up front here, and the OB batteries sit under here. If I move our life jackets out of the way, there's a bunch of storage in here. I got a bunch of fenders and the air dam stashed away in there for the time being. Wet Sounds amps are mounted up on the wall there. We've also made a nice improvement to our glove box lid. As you can see, backlit Centurion logo, billet lid, looks really sharp. We open that up. We got our storage on our glove box, a couple charging ports. I got my pricing sheet there. Centurion logo, little grip pad here up top, so if you put a phone or wallet or something there, it's not sliding all over the place in the boat. Biggest difference coming from 2022 into 2023, outside of the exterior styling, some of these interior trim pieces, I've talked about a couple already. New grab handles, new Centurion branding through the interior, but it's most prominent at the dash, where we have a nice new style steering wheel for the FI, specific to the FI series. Kind of has that squared look to it, but feels great. They've upgraded our paddle shifters over here for our stinger plate adjustment and speed control adjustment with these nice thick billet paddles, which feel super premium and they look cool. And then up to the dash, where we have dual screens, dual split screens here. They're the ultra wide. So got all sorts of info on here. The left side stays relatively stationary. You can adjust your speed up and down, and then you're gonna have just your engine diagnostics, air temp, lake depth, battery voltage, RPMs, things of that nature. So that info's right up in front of you all the time. And then we go over here on the right side, home screen. We can monitor where our surf plate position is, where our ballast is currently sitting, fuel levels, and so on. And then you can dial back through your different settings, such as your making adjustments to the surf system, making adjustments to your ballast, turning on your different lighting features, lastly your stereo and your maps. This does have the map card on it. I'm not on a lake, so you're not going to be able to see the layout of a lake. This has a heated driver's seat. It has the 3-outlet heater as well, and the air dam for the icebreaker package. Nice new mirror from Roswell for this year. It's actually upside down. There we go. This rotates down and around like this. So if I two-handed grab it on each side, it pulls around like this versus folding flat. Pretty cool. Then up front, to wrap the interior, pickle fork bow gives us a ton of seating. If we flip open the seats, there is ballast under here, but there's a little bit of storage in the very front. And then you can access your storage from here or here on either side. Your heater's on that side, so there's not a ton of room for gear, but you can get into that big OB from this side, no problem. So that wraps the interior. Let's load up some ballast in this FI. Oh, shoot, before I forget, one last thing. There is an in-floor cooler. So you can throw your drinks, pour some ice in, and that has a nice drain down to the bilge. But really cool to have a nice built-in cooler in the floor of the FI for 2023. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this FI. Let's load it up with some weight and see how it handles it with this 450. All right, here goes Mark in the FI. He's got this thing loaded up. It's got the 450 horsepower HO engine. Quick launch is on. So that helps keep this thing up on top of the water through a sharp turn and while you're planing out. Go guys, Fi23 looking sharp. Hit us up at N3 Boatworks for more info. 317-845-9253. Thanks for watching.